everything happens in South Florida. And for a time, there was no tunnel. Time tunnel. That's something else. Traffic was in flux. There wasn't the capacity to... Flux capacity. I'm getting off topic. Let's talk about the Henry Kinney Tunnel.
So Doc, what's the big deal about the Henry Kinney Tunnel anyway?
Oh, Marty, it was a masterpiece of engineering for its time.
What time was that?
Oh, 1950s, 60s. That's why I've dusted off the DeLorean.
We're going back to the beginning?
We're going back before the beginning, Marty.
And then?
And then we're coming back to the future, or the present, which will be the future in the past. There's someone I have to see and talk to.
Who, someone from the past?
Well, yes and no. She was there when they named the tunnel.
Again, Doc, who is Henry Kinney and why did they name the tunnel after him?
Well, let's go back, I'll show you.
Hey Doc, you better back up. We don't have enough road to get up to 88.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads. Or bridges. We'll need a tunnel.
Again with the tunnel, Doc? What gives?
Hang on, Marty. We're going back to Fort Lauderdale at a time when residents were bickering over the feasibility and expense of digging a tunnel under the new river. It would cost more than $4 million.
That was a lot of money back then.
And now, but consider this, there was no Interstate 95 before that. All the local and tourist traffic was crammed onto US 1 and Federal Highway.
Are we there yet?
We are here to meet Barbara Kelleher. She was there in 1986 when they renamed the New River Tunnel. You look oddly familiar.
Well, I'm McFly. Also Leah Thompson.
Mom? You're the expert?
That's where we're going next. Just follow me.
Originally, there was just the waterway there, which it was, and it still is, the New River. Eventually, US 1 was surveyed and laid out, and that eventually there would be a swing bridge put in there. After many years, the swing bridge became obsolete and a lift bridge or a bascule bridge was put in there. That became obsolete as well because of the volume of traffic in Fort Lauderdale. The city of Fort Lauderdale actually had a referendum between another bridge that would be replaced there or the tunnel, and the tunnel won out. It was a big deal at the time, and the tunnel went out. The Henry Kinney Tunnel was actually named for the editor of, then at the time, the Miami Herald edition in Broward County, because he was kind of the champion for the tunnel. I was actually at the naming ceremony when we named the tunnel for him, and that was the only tunnel on the state highway system.
Gee, Doc, there's no telling what the tunnel will look like in the future.
Oh, you're right, Marty. Maybe a park would be nice.
Speaking of parking, isn't it about time we got back to the...
Great Scott! We're out of time! With another chapter of South Florida's dubious history, I'm Dr. Emmett Brown for the Sun Sentinel.